Good morning. Welcome. My name is Phillip Scudder. I am the Director of Marketing for Highline Cruises, and I'd like to thank you all for being with us here this morning to take part in this very exciting announcement. Just a little bit of an outline of how we would like the morning to proceed. We will start off with statements from the partners. My brother David, the Vice President of Operations with Highline, will begin, and he'll be followed by Jim Gordon, President of Cape Wind. We are very happy and honored to have a very respected group of people who would also like to give you their thoughts on the project and on the partnership as it's going to go forward, and we have them to speak as well. They'll be beginning with Congressman William Keating and Massachusetts Senator Dan Wolf. We also have from Governor Patrick's office the Secretary of Energy and Environmental Affairs, Richard Sullivan. Tom Cahere is here, the administrator of the Cape Cod Regional Transit Authority, and also we have the president of the Cape Cod Community College, Kathleen Schatzberg. After the remarks from everybody, we will have a short session of questions and answers. And I'll go over the ground rules for that at the appropriate time. So if there is nothing else, let's get started. David.
Thank you, Philip, and good to see everybody here. On behalf of Highline Cruises, I want to thank you for coming here today to this historic press event announcing our decision to partner with Cape Wind in establishing the Cape Wind Eco Tour and Visitor Center at Highline Cruises in Hyannis, Massachusetts. 50 years ago, upon the election of President Kennedy, Highline took the opportunity to start sightseeing cruises to the Kennedy compound, and Highline Cruises as a company was born. Highline has since become one of the largest employers in the town of Barnstable. We view today's announcement of Highline's plans to establish a world-class Eco Tour and Visitor Center at Highline as an equally significant and exciting opportunity for the following reasons. 1, for the future growth of our company. 2, the continued revitalization of the Hyannis economy as the hub and gateway of Cape Cod and the islands. 3, the stimulation of the entire Cape and Islands regional tourist-based community. It is important to point out that from the time of the announcement of the Cape Wind project, Highline knew that our company could have an opportunity to establish an eco-tour business as a result of the project. But we did have concerns about navigational issues and public safety relative to our passenger ferry operations. We expressed those concerns as an active stakeholder throughout the permitting process to Cape Wind, the Coast Guard, and the other regulatory agencies. In discussions over the past year, we have become confident that all of our navigational and public safety concerns could and would be met and mitigated by Cape Wind and the United States Coast Guard. This led us to further discussions with Cape Wind about the potential of the eco-tour industry on Cape Cod and the islands. Ecotourism is one of the fastest growing segments of the tourist industry globally, and we're confident that there will be tremendous economic development and job creation in the local community through this project. As a result of this fact, we explored the best way for our company, the Hyannis economy, and the Cape and Islands tourist-based economy to benefit from this project. These efforts resulted in the decision of Highline to partner with Cape Wind as the exclusive, officially sanctioned and authorized eco-tour operator for the first offshore wind farm in the United States. We are excited about partnering with Cape Wind to establish a world-class facility here in Hyannis. We envision this world-class tourist attraction, the Cape Wind Eco Tour and Visitor Center at Highline Cruises, to consist of the following. 1, Highline Eco Tour sightseeing cruises. We will attempt to use green hybrid vessels, possibly built right here in Massachusetts, with narrated cruises by experts, college students, and others who are knowledgeable about the Cape Wind Farm, the environment, and the history of energy. These narrated cruises will include information on the historic windmills of Cape Cod, whale oil in Nantucket, Martha's Vineyard, and New Bedford, the use of fossil fuels, and the transition of Cape Cod and our nation to a clean energy economy and future through the Cape Wind project. 2, green shuttle buses. Highline is working closely with the Cape Cod Regional Transit Authority and others to tie into the intermodal transportation system to service our site. We also plan to supplement our existing on-site parking with green shuttle buses servicing an off-site parking lot at the CCRTA. 3, Visitor Educational Center. The Visitor Center will educate visitors of all ages, from school children to tourists and bus tours, about the history of the Cape Wind project and energy usage on Cape Cod, the United States, and the world. Specific emphasis will be placed on the history of energy on Cape Cod and the islands, ranging from the historic windmills to whale oil in Nantucket and the islands, to fossil fuels and the transition of Cape Cod and the nation to a clean energy economy through the Cape Wind project. Highline and Cape Wind look forward to working with Cape Cod Community College to develop a curriculum of credit and non-credit courses that can be used to educate and train students and others in our community so they can obtain jobs both on the eco-tour cruises and at the Visitor Center. It has been 50 years since Highline began our business in the passenger ferry industry. We look forward to replicating our success with the creation of the Cape Wind Eco-Tour and Visitor Center at Highline Cruises. We are confident that this project will promote the continued growth of our company and stimulate economic development and jobs growth and creation in Hyannis, Cape Cod, the islands, and Massachusetts' tourist-based economy. The creation of this world-class tourist attraction will provide yet another great reason for people from all over Massachusetts, New England, the United States, and the world to visit the Cape and Islands. Thank you.